Fredrik Fredrikson, and I work at the County Administrative Board, Länsstyrelsen, in the county of Västra Götaland. And I have done that for quite a while. But today, I'm a substitute for the substitute regarding this Climate Leap initiative. I work a lot with land use issues, water issues, climate adaptation, and most of the issues that you are dealing with within the Green Valley. But my colleague Tobias, who was here before, is a better person to present this, but he had to go. But we did have the same color on our shirts today, so we have worked too much together. But we should look at this Climate Leap initiative as an example. How can we finance different kind of solutions connected to this your project? And I remember many years ago, there was a meeting here in this building, not in this room, before you applied for the money for the Green Valley. I was here then. It's very nice to be here today and see what you have achieved. I think authorities like mine and the central authorities who are not here today can learn a lot according to how should we implement policies in different ways on a local and regional scale. It's a challenge to take the EU policy and make it on the national level and then on the regional level and then to the local level, and how should we move in these scales. It's quite tricky, but we have to talk about that. So Tobias have made some slides, and I will present them. I will not be able to answer detailed questions, but I think we can discuss in the end aspects of this kind of subsidies or investment programs. So this is a national initiative. It's EPA who is deciding and having the money. The role for the County Administrative Board is to take the applications that are in our county, and then we make some kind of statement and evaluation. We make a statement. Do we think that this application is important for in our region? And the application must they have to describe how large the climate efficiency is for that investment. And it's a very, I would say, generous program. It's open for almost anything, as long as you give enough with the climate benefit. It's almost 8 billion. It must be, yes. And it's going until 2030. It could be companies, municipalities, regions, organizations. I know Johan is in this business, interested in applying. I don't know if you did send in an application, but then you can get 65 or for companies 50% of the costs from this fund. And here we have an example from a biogas plant in, I think, in Herrljunga-trakten, in the middle of this county. So it's quite a lot of farmers who are applying for this kind of money. There have been a change, I would say, maybe 5 years from the beginning. The farmers did not apply for this kind of money because I don't think we informed that this money was there to apply from. We just looked at the common agriculture policy. But this window was opened, and a lot of farmers are applying for this money. And Tobias and his colleagues are informing a lot within AgroVest, for example, this kind of money. So we are very happy that a lot of farmers are interested in invest and using this kind of money. And this is one way for Sweden to achieve our goal regarding climate impact. But that's the starting point for the EPA to actually involve in this. The money can be used for a lot of things: research and innovation, climate or digital transition, preparedness. This is a new buzzword. Everything is about preparedness these days. So it could be a broad spectrum of problems that we should solve or decrease at least. So if we look at this is on a national level. This is number of approved applications. It's energy conversion, vehicles, transportation, production of biogas, energy efficiency, waste, infrastructure, information measures, emissions of gases, and other. So most of the application is about conversion from fossil fuels to other sources. If you look at the effect on the decreased emissions, the waste is the biggest sector, but then it's biogas. Biogas is a very important part of the climate leap now these days. And we have a lot of investments in our country regarding to biogas. And here are some examples of what kind of measures that we have, the EPA have given money to. It's switching to renewable energy for heating, different kind of investments within the handling of feed and manure, and foremost production of biogas and electricity from manure. The EPA did a switch recently before the last application term that they will not give money for biogas production, biogas that is used for electricity production, because they think that the electricity production in Sweden is fossil free more or less anyway. And it was very short advance that they told us. That made a lot of discussion and anger, and it's one part of the tricky part of this kind of policies that we sometimes it changes very fast, and it's very hard to have the long perspective when you want to invest. You must trust the system, and the system must be trustful in this kind of aspects. If you look at the biogas as such, it's you can read by yourself that this is the result. Some of the investments are on the farm level, and some are really big. But I think this might be the most interesting for this event. The EPA have actually granted one big investment for one kind of biorefinery. It's the Lantmännen biorefineries that got a lot of money. The maximum amount that you can have, 150,000 Swedish crowns. Yes. And it's situated in Lidköping in our country. They have started to build that plant. I think when they calculated the benefit, they calculated the benefits from not importing feed from soya from South America, and they should use proteins from pea production here. So that is a possibility. I think, and I hope that the EPA are trying to be supportive and trying to see the possibilities in this kind of solutions. But it's hard, since it should be benefits. The benefit should be within Sweden or within our country, and if the benefit is somewhere else, they have to have the courage enough to actually grant this kind of application. But I think it's a good sign. When Tobias and his colleagues got this application, they thought it was a very good example. So the statement from us was that we want this kind of project to be founded. And that is one of the role that we have as an authority. We should help to implement the national policy on the regional level. And then we have to have many aspects in our head at the same time. It's water, it's biodiversity, it's food production, it's climate, and so forth. And I think they have done that here, and hopefully we can see that EPA will continue to evolve in this direction regarding this kind of questions, investments. So altogether during this period, it's almost 20 billion has been granted for climate investments. In many aspects, it's is papper eller plaståtervinning. Yeah, plastic recycling is one big part of this, and waste of many kinds. So it's not just biogas. If you have specific questions, I would recommend you to mail Tobias and not me, but I can take care of questions as well. But Tobias knows these questions very well.